Hello everyone, I'm back. I'm doing my unrevealing on my grades through degree grading. My first two submissions have come back of my four. So this is a 5 card submission and a 10 card submission. And it's my first time using degree grading. Don't mind some of the background noise. I'm outside because it's a beautiful day, so I figured I'd do where there's good lighting outside. Sit inside. So I got my first 2 out of 4 submissions back today. So first time, I don't even know it's gradings because grading don't put the grades on the website. What they do is they send you a little booklet of each graded card and what a card got and why it got that, and explains their gradings of why. So if you got 9.5 on the corners, it'll tell you why, what they saw, why you got 9.5 on the grading for the corners. And it breaks it down like that. So we're going to see, we're going to open the first box, the smaller box, which is the five card submission I did. My first of the two. So like I said, these are the first 2 submissions out of 4 that I did. So like I said, my first time using Degree. I wanted to look for someone different besides SGC, which I do like SGC, but be the fact that What's That and PSA and Beckett all are under collectors, I wanted someone new and and just as reliable. So I checked out Degree. So Degree grading comes when you get them back. They got these awesome little collector boxes. Now this is pretty cool. So here's the grading analysis booklet for the order. For this order, there's the order grading analysis by them. And like I said, what it does is it tells you, like it breaks it down to subcategories, corners, surface, edges, everything like that. It tells you why it got that grade, like grader's notes, which I think are a great thing to do. So it came with this little grader analysis book that we're going to check out after we look at the grades. Also, they sent back my semi-rigids that I sent them in, which is really cool. They sent back my semi-rigids. I sent the cards in. So that's really cool of them that they did that. So these are 2 things I automatically like, 3 things I like off the bat. You got a really cool case. You got your grader's notes right here for each card for this order. So that's going to be cool to look at. And they return your semi-rigids, which is really awesome. No extra charges. So let's open this box. This is, like I said, the first submission, and it was the 5-card submission. I really like this. Oh, and check out the container they sent in. And they give you graders, notes, and everything with the grades. And they send back your rigid things, too, that you send them in.
Nice.
So they send in these collector's box. And yes, I'm recording for YouTube. So here's how it is the first 5 cards I sent in.
Oh, nice.
So you got that tuxedo case. So when I take it out, it'll look like PSA. But it looks like this Haley Von Lith has got a 9. Degree grade of 9. So in card number, so with that being a 9, let's look at what they said. Well, you look on the back, it says the surface was good, corners were all green, centering apparently was a little off, and there was no creases or dents. So this card is pretty much the centering was off a little bit from what I understand. So let's go to a grading analysis book for this order. And it says, hello, Jason, da da da. The first one, Degree 9. Boom. And so I like that. I like that kind of cool. That looks kind of cool. Second one is Cameron Brink, degree 9. So they grade on 11 scale. Like I might have said before, PSA, SGC, Beckett, all the other ones grade on a tail scale, 10 scale. But there's 2 levels of 10. There's Gem 10 and there's Pristine 10. Well, Pristine 10 for them is grade 11 for these. So this is a 2025 Donruss Cameron Brink 9. And here's what was wrong with it. Again, centering. Everything else is perfect except for centering. It must be a little off. And you can scan those with your cards to probably get the grader notes. I think that's where the grader notes might be if you scan that. So there's that. Like I said, the cover makes it look SGC. If you took them out of the cover, it's going to be a PSA slab. Because they're thin like PSA. This is Cameron Brink Crunch Time. It's got an 8. Centering and corners, edges. And edges. And like I said, I think that might be the grader notes right there. These are just blown up versions of what you see here. And in this book, it's just blown up versions of what you see here. So I'm liking it so far. I'm actually liking the Degree a lot so far. I think I may stick with them. Next one is the 2025 Panini Donruss WNBA Cameron Brink Hollow, grade 8. And here was edges and centering again, both yellow. Everything else is green. That's why that got an 8. And the last one, and Degree is all AI. From what I understand, it's all AI grading. And here's the regular card of that. So here's the hollow. And here's the regular one, which is a 9 of that card. And corners, edges are good, surface is great, and centering, just the centering goes off, and there's no creases. So again, these are the first 5 on my submission. There's the Hilly Von Lith. With the tuxedo looking plastic cover. Like I said, if you take it out of the plastic cover, it looks like a PSA. Here's Cameron Brink, My House, Degree 9. I really think this is cool. Like I said, I think that's a grader's notes. I think that brings that into more in depth. I'm not sure. I got to do more on that. Here is Crunch Time. Here is the Cameron Brink Hollow from Donruss. And here's the regular card, Donruss, Cameron Brink. It's a 9. Again, they can go back in these nice little slab containers, which I think are freaking awesome. I like it. They really do. back in there. And then this slides right. Oh, open. And then they send you a little promo thing. This is going to go back here on the side. Gotta figure out how to put this tombstone. Whoop, didn't mean to do that. Gotta figure out how to put this tombstone back on. Tombstone, like I said, I love the fact that they send you back your rigids that you put them in. They send you this grading book and a little promo thing for next submission. So there's the 5-card submission. Alright, next is my 10-card submission. It's my 10-card submission. Unboxing. Like I said, I don't know these grades yet. I don't like when boxes is damaged. But I kind of like it when they're like that. So, let's see how this one is. Ooh, this is a nice big box. Let's see, and they do put some protection in it. Some of that protection is nice. So here's a 10-card submission. Here's the gradient analysis card booklet again. Here's all my semi-rigids back for this. Like I said, here's all the rigids back from this submission. So we got those on the side. Like I said, I already gone through this with you already. You know, I don't want to look at that yet because I don't know the grades to these yet. So like I said, that all that does that enhance the reading the back of the card of what the grades. So if your eyes can't have trouble reading the back of the card with the grades, you at least have the book for, again, that specific order, which is this order, the order number. So let's go with this one. These are my first 10 submissions. So they're a little tight. They're tight in there, so they're a little hard to get out. So here's the first one I got. It's my 2025 Panini 24-25 nil. My Paige Becker's Fearless. Prism Fearless. I got a 9. Corner and edges. Sending is great. Service is great. Cornering and edges. So, put this on the side here. I'll put that right there. This is my 10-card submission, so I gotta make more room. My next card is my 2025 Panini 24-25 Universal Connecticut Prism Fireworks Paige Becker's. I got a 9. And this was centering. Everything else was perfect. It's just centering. No creases or dents or anything like that. So it was the centering that was off on this. Which, from what I understand, those kind of cards are hard to grade because of centering. Next one is, I'm assuming they go for like the Yukon and the Fearless to measure centering. My next one is the Paige Becker's Trophy Hunting, the 25 Panini 24-25 nil Connecticut Trophy Hunting Paige Becker's Hollow. So even if you don't know the name of the cards or what parallel they are, they read research to find out the parallel or the actual parallel, the name of the parallel of the card. So this is the Hollow. I got a 6. Ooh. I wonder what was wrong with this. Let's see. Centering apparently is way off. The surface and corners might be off. Okay, I can probably see the centering with the trophy saying that might be off. Corners. It says it's corners and edges, so it might be. There might be like some whitening down here, and so it's a 6, but it's my PC, so I'm not worried about it. My next one is Page Beckers. These are all going to be Page Beckers cards. My school colors, a 9. Contender school colors. That's actually got to probably be one of my worst Page Beckers. I think I got a 4 Sports Illustrated Kids, I think. But like I said, it doesn't matter. It's my PC. So this is a 9. Surface is great. Centering edges. Centering is great. Surface is great. No creases then. So that's a 9, which is really, really cool. I feel these grades are really, really good. I'm just wondering more about the trophy one. I think it might be some of these edges. This one's an 8. This is a Legendary Contenders Red, White, and Blue. Page Beckers. It's got 8. My sister's coming home, so that's why you hear her in the background. Surface is green. Centering is off. And corners and edges might be a little off. Not necessarily might be the corners. It could be edges and a little rolling over corners when they cut it. See, see like right down there? It's a little white showing. Right down there. So, it seems pretty fair. Seems pretty fair. Card number 6. I'm satisfied with these grades so far. I'll pause. Sorry, I had to do my sister's bus beep was in the background, and my sister asked me some questions, so I had to quickly do that, take care of that. So you hear my sister in the background. I didn't want no beeping at the bus or anything to get in the video. So I'm continuing. Like I said, I think I already showed this one. This one's the 2025. It's 8. 25 Panini, 24-25 nil. Contenders College Ticket, the Red, White, and Blue. I like this. I think that's pretty cool. Fair idea. Let's see why it's an 8. The back is surface is great. Centering or edges. Again, it could be just like the rollovers stuff on the edges. The corners still look pretty good. So it might be just some type of rollover that we're not seeing. But I guess I'll still take the 8. I think that's still a fair grade. So like I said, I'm really liking the Degree right now. Really liking the Degree grading, and I think I'm going to stick with them. And I think they will definitely be a good contender against PSA and all the other ones, because all those other ones, the reason the stack's so high is because you're paying for the name of the grader and not the actual card value itself. So I think Degree is a really, so far, I'm happy with Degree. Next one is, I totally forgot I had this one. It's a Panini Instant Rated Rookie. It's an 8. Like I said, I totally forgot I had this one. Retro. Surface and corners are great. Centering apparently is like really, really off. It's not red or black, but it's there. And the creases, no crease or dents. So I'm happy with this being an 8. Like I said a couple of times already, I think you gotta scan that to see the actual grader's notes. But these cards look phenomenal. Phenomenal. And like I said, I'm very happy with these grades. That one I forgot about. My next card is the 2025 Panini Donruss. We're going to be a rated rookie card. It's a 10. It is a 10. Gem mint. Boom. Booyah. A 10, baby. 10. Everything green on the back. Booyah. Next card is, like I said, when they're tight in there, they're pretty tight in there. One-handed struggling is getting this. It's hard to get out. So when they return them, when they pack them, they make sure they don't move in there. This is my 2025 Panini Donruss, crunch time, a 9. So I think they're really strict on grading, but I'm liking it. I'm satisfied. Like this says centering and edges, or set corners and edges, which again could be, you can see like right down in there, right down in there. You can see a little bit of the whitening right there along there. So that's a 9. Corners and edges. Surface is great. Centering is great. No dents or dings. And the last card for my first 2 submissions is Paige Becker's 2025 Donruss Franchise Features rookie card. It's an 8. It's centering edges and centering and edges corners. Look at that. So there you go. There's my first 2 submissions. Now we'll look at the box. Then we'll look at this more. And it's going to show exactly what they put on the back of the card, but bigger. Like they say, they go, hi Jason. Here, out of 9 cards, 1 scored degree 10, 8 scored. I'm better. Then it says that this is like a little personal notes kind of thing. Tells you how the specs. So I like this. I think it's really, really cool, and I think it's phenomenal. So that back in. I'm going to put these back in this for right now, but they're going to go on my personal PC when I get back in the house. So when I get back in the house, they're going to go right in my own case that I have all my cards in. I'm putting them back in here for right now. Boom, boom, boom. But I am very happy. Very, very happy with these grades. Actually, I think I'm more happy than I would be with SGC. I think I'm going to continue to use Degree. Yeah. I'm going to continue to use Degree. Because it just seems to be more of a great source and reliable, trustworthy source. Alright. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next.